Well, hello, Fernanda. This is Professor Wells. I am so glad you were able to join me. We're just going to wait on the rest of your colleagues to join in. So, is there welcome to week two, um, HL 330 and HL 514. I'm sorry. And so, do you have any question or concern about your first week experience in this course?
Well, I do have a question relating this week's topics.
Okay.
I I was a bit confused about um let me check which was that. I wrote it down, but first I was really engaged with the home health,
Mm-hmm.
but uh I was wondering like how can that be integrated with technology, because like for example here in Mexico a lot of physical therapy practice
Yeah.
is private, and it's in home.
Okay.
And so like how could it be integrated, for example, in an electronic medical record or
Mm-hmm.
health record? Because well, I know it's very different, and actually that's one of the reasons most people here don't use that system, because they are independent and it is too expensive to get a system.
Okay. Well, let me share this with you. That is a good question. So, from my experience, certainly you got to look at it this way. With home healthcare, there are the ethical considerations,
Yeah.
surrounding the use of technology in healthcare, and especially in the relations to data protection. And it is crucial. And, I'm going to just kind of name off some key ethical considerations: privacy and consent. You have to uh, ensure that patients have control over their health data and
Okay.
give informed consent.
Hmm.
And two, transparency. And you
Yes.
have to explain, such as being transparent and decisions that should be explainable to both the patient and the healthcare professional.
Hmm.
Fairness, you have to really consider that, addressing to ensure, that the treatment of all individuals regarding of their demographic factors, are being treated fair. So, I mean, it's a lot you have to consider. And
Yeah.
so yeah, that's a good question. And, this is what I wanted to talk about with everyone. Tonight, we're going to have some that's going to chime in a little later. Do you believe, there should be um, a, a specific regulations or guidelines for the use? Now we're using AI in healthcare data to safeguard patient privacy. What is your spin on it?
I'm actually not so much into AI. I'm not so familiar with it.
Hmm.
There should be guidelines because patient's information is it is like kind of obvious. It is private,
Hmm.
and even it's more important, I believe, if you are in their environment. Like
Hmm.
they have to make sure that you don't tell anyone else the address or any more personal information. Like security is a big issue.
Yes. Yes.
And I mean, even a lot of people that do provide healthcare at home, they have their own formats, like just considering what they care about. And it should be more integrated. Like if any other professional sees it, like for example, I can visit as a physical therapist, but also in an older people is assisted by a nurse. The
Okay.
nurse should know about the information that I am doing, and I should be informed too about what the nurse is doing, because at the end is for the patient's good.
Right. And this is another thing that, you have to, as a healthcare provider, accountability and responsibility. And, clearly it defines the roles and the responsibilities of those that are involved in any healthcare applications, anything like accountability for like error or misuse, you know,
Mm-hmm.
got to really consider that. And also, you know, what they're talking about now, the long-term impact, considering the long-term consequences of, the use of AI in healthcare, it can be both positive and negative. And, you have to really look at those ethical standards.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So, we can explore, as, views on each point, whether, you know, you, people believe there's a current practice to address, ethical concerns in the content of uh, AI and healthcare data protection. Yeah,
Okay. I
yes,
haven't really heard much about it, but it sounds interesting.
yes. And so this is what we're covering this week. And for the rest of the quarter. And also we're going to look at Kaggle. I would like for you, well, everyone, well, since you're here and we're just waiting on everyone else, you can actually just play around with it. Just go ahead and sign up for an account in
Okay.
Kaggle and just download a data set that you want to explore. And you're
Mm-hmm.
going to upload the data set to Google Colabs and just look at the data set. And so just play around with it. And if you're not sure, there's so many YouTube videos you can go out there and just look at. And it'll show you how to upload the data and how to set everything up. And, when we meet on week 4 and we have our discussion, we're going to look at some data sets with COVID, congestive heart failure. I mean, anything you want to look at, we just gonna just play around with it, and you can actually see, what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. So hey, when you go into technology, hey, this is what we're gonna. I mean, this is the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really important. I don't consider it that much because I haven't been forced to, I could say,
Mhm.
but it does make life easier, and it just makes attention better, I think.
It does. It does. And so, yes, 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 it does. So, well, we're just waiting on everyone else. Do you have any questions, concerns, um, you want to share or?
No, I think that's just about it, at least
Okay.
for me, because yeah, as I was telling you, we do have like um at home visits.
Yes.
And so that's a major concern for me because I am just starting to develop in that area.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think I need to learn more about these topics so I am well
Okay.
prepared for any kind of situation and
Okay.
not just having a piece of paper with my patient's data.
Oh, wow. Well, you're in the right place. So, you will learn a lot, and you be able to share with, your manager, supervisor, your direct report about what you have learned, and just go from there.
Yes, yes, I
Yes.
will.
Okay. Well, okay. Have I answered all your questions that you
Mm, Yeah,
having
yeah, I think
being concerned
they
about?
were all.
Great. Okay. All right. Well, I will just wait on the rest of your colleagues and we'll just go from there. And you have a good night, and I will see you in class tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
And in class or what?
Well, online, because I'm going to be reading your discussions and your scholarly discussions and providing feedback.
Ah, okay. I didn't see any discussion board this week. It's the essay, right?
Yes,
And that's just about it? Or we have
that's
to
it.
deliver anything else?
No, that's it so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I was just thinking if I was missing a discussion board or something.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And when is the due date? The Sunday or because I didn't
It's due
find it.
tonight. It's due tonight.
The paper?